problem is that you show the year as another data set. And I'm not sure if it's that you selected the wrong columns or selected the wrong cells. Here's what to do. Click on the year and then hold down the mouse button and go down to the end of the year. Then hit the Control key. Release the mouse button. Move up to the top of the spreadsheet. Click on Min and then highlight these three columns. That's the max, the min, and the average. Once you get to the bottom, release the mouse button, release the Control key, move up to the top of the spreadsheet, insert XY scatter plot, choose just points, and your chart should look like this. Go ahead and enlarge it by grabbing one end and dragging up. Click on one of the data points. Click with the right hand mouse button. Add trend line. And then at the bottom, display equation on chart and display R² value. Then you can close this option box. And then click and drag the equation so that you can see it. That's for the maximum. For the minimum, do the same thing. Click on one of the points. Click with your right hand mouse button. Add trend line. Move down to the bottom of the box. Display equation on chart and display R² value, and close the box. Click on the equation and drag it so you can see it. The same thing for min. Click on one of the data points. Click with your right hand mouse button. Add trend line. Go down to the bottom. Display equation and chart and R² value. And close the box. Click on the equation and drag it where you can see it. What this tells us is that it looks like every year the temperature, the maximum temperature, is increasing by about 0.0035 degrees C each year. For the average temperature looks like it's increasing 0.0042 degrees centigrade or Celsius each year. For the minimum temperature, or the winters, it looks like it's increasing 0.0167 degrees C each year. So this is what the graph should look like. Going down for the seasonal change, you only have to show the average. You can show the maximum and the minimum if you'd wish. However, the average should be taken over 30 years for the temperature. So if you click and go up 30 years, right, so 127 minus 98 is about 30 years. Once you do that, you can use this fill box. If you notice, there's a little green box at the bottom, and when you move your cursor over it, it turns from a fat plus sign to a thin plus sign. Once it does that, click, and you can drag it over. So now you can highlight the time and month and the temperature average title and do insert. In this case, I would use a smooth scatter plot. So it should look something like this. So it's cold in the winter, hot in the summer, cold in the winter. And this repeats year after year, so this is the average temperature. You can go ahead and add in the primary horizontal and the primary vertical. Sorry about that. And your x-axis will be time in months, and your y-axis will be temperature in degrees C. Really, you should highlight the degree mark. Click on the right-hand button, go to font, and make it a superscript.